2 years ago today, Air France Flight 447, headed from Rio de Janeiro to Paris, crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, killing all 228 people on board. Now, using new clues from the plane's black boxes, experts say pilot error may have played a major role in the disaster. CBS News correspondent Elaine Quijano has the story.
Data from the black box recorders shows Air France Flight 447 took a terrifying plunge, falling 11,000 feet per minute. Now, experts are questioning whether better pilot training could have prevented the disaster. The cockpit voice recorder reveals it was the youngest member of the crew, a 32-year-old co-pilot, who announced, "I have the controls," after speed indicators in the Airbus A330 malfunctioned and the autopilot disengaged. The 58-year-old captain was on a break and not in the cockpit. When a stall warning went off, the co-pilot initially pointed the nose down, as pilots are trained to do to pick up speed and lift. But when he leveled off and a second stall warning sounded, he pointed the nose up. The plane began to rock, then stalled, plummeting toward the Atlantic for 3.5 minutes. Just 1 minute before the plane hit the water, he handed responsibility to the other co-pilot, saying, "You have the controls." But it was too late. The captain eventually entered the cockpit, but never took the controls. An Air France official defended the pilot, saying, "We had an optimal level of competency in this Air France plane's cockpit."
Fuel pumps off.
Recently, the FAA announced recommendations to overhaul pilot training in response to the crash of Colgan Air Flight 3407 near Buffalo, New York in 2009.
The reality is that the training must change so that, in fact, they are getting back to the basics of being a pilot. And that means they've got to train to proficiency, being able to do the kinds of things that, in fact, pilots must do in emergencies.
But even with the recommendations, it could take months for airlines to upgrade their training programs. Elaine Quijano, CBS News, New York.